Dear students, now I am continuing with glomerular filtration. In previous class, I ended with glomerulotubular balance. Now, what are the factors of the glomerular filtration that controls glomerular filtration? Another factor is the mesangial cell. We know that mesangial cells are present between the capillaries, glomerular capillaries, and it is a contractile power, it causes contraction of the kinking of the glomerular capillary wall, and thus it controls the glomerular filtration. The contraction of the mesangial cell causes kinking of the glomerular wall, and there is a decreased surface area of the filtering membrane and decreased Kf. We know that this is the glomerular, this is the ultrafiltration coefficient is Kf is equal to the filtering membrane and the surface area. So, as there is the surface area of the filtering membrane decreases, and it causes the decreased Kf and decreased GFR. Mesangial cell contracts in presence of the endothelin, angiotensin II, cyclic AMP, thromboxane A2 and prostaglandin F2 applied. In mesangial proliferative glomerulonephritis, there is the increased mesangial cells, increased number of the mesangial cells, and which causes the decreased GFR. Next controlling factor is the sympathetic nerve and circulating catecholamines. If there is strong sympathetic stimulus and also there is the increased circulatory catecholamines, when it is present, it causes the contraction of the renal arteriole, and this causes decreased renal blood flow and decreased GFR. Next important point is the angiotensin II. We know that the angiotensin II is a powerful vasoconstrictor. Receptors of the angiotensin II is present all blood vessels of the kidney. Afferent arterioles are protected from the vasoconstriction effect of the angiotensin II in most of the physiological conditions like low sodium diet, decreased renal perfusion in renal artery stenosis. In renal artery stenosis case, when there is decreased perfusion, and this occurs due to, that is the protection of the afferent arteriole occurs from the vasoconstrictory effect of the angiotensin II occurs due to, that is the local release of the vasodilator like the NO-PG, which counteracts the action of the angiotensin II. That is the angiotensin II receptor present also at the afferent arteriole, but there is the local release of the vasodilator. The efferent arteriole are highly sensitive to angiotensin II because there is the local vasodilatory effect is less. And there is more receptor present at the wall. Decreased arterial pressure, or there is a decreased volume, or there is the volume depletion, or there is low sodium in diet, it causes the angiotensin II release, and this is the efferent arteriole, and this efferent arteriole this causes the efferent arteriolar vasoconstriction. There is increased PGC, and there is the maintain the GFR and excretion of the waste product. Angiotensin II also causes the decreased periturbal capillary pressure, as there is the efferent arteriolar vasoconstriction, and this causes the decreased peritubular capillary pressure, and there is the increased reabsorption of sodium and water, and it helps to restore blood volume and blood pressure. Next, another factor, there is a lot of factors which regulating the glomerular filtration, that is the NO, PG, bradykinin, protein, glucose, and others also. NO, this is a vasodilator and increased GFR applied. The drugs which release NO, that is the nebivolol, it is a beta blocker, and that is the antihypertensive beta blocker, and it increases NO and it causes the increased GFR. and increased GFR causes the increased sodium and water reabsorption, and this causes the decreased BP. This causes the sodium water excretion and it causes the decreased BP, blood pressure decrease হচ্ছে. In atherosclerosis, there is the damage of the endothelium and there is the decreased NO release and there is the impaired vasodilatation and there is the decreased GFR and increased BP. In atherosclerosis, there is the increased BP, blood pressure increases. In atherosclerosis, there is the damage of the endothelium. There is a release of the endothelin, and this endothelin is a powerful vasoconstrictor, and this is a powerful vasoconstrictor, so it decreases GFR and increases BP. Endothelin acts in another fashion. It acts on the mesangial cell. It is a stimulator of the mesangial cell, and there is a kinking of the glomerular wall, and there is the decreased GFR, and this causes the increased BP. So we can answer now the why atherosclerosis causes increased blood pressure, and this is the 3-way. This is one way, this is 2-way, and this is another way, and by this way there is the increased blood pressure occurs in atherosclerosis. Prostaglandin, bradykinin. Normally they do not have major importance. Prostaglandin, PGE2 and PGI2 and bradykinin, there the decreases renal vasoconstrictory effect of the sympathetic nerve and angiotensin II, and this causes the increased GFR. They inhibit the angiotensin II. Applied NSAID inhibit prostaglandin synthesis, that is the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, the painkillers, that is the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs which inhibit prostaglandin synthesis, and there is a decreased prostaglandin and there is the vasodilatory effect of the afferent arteriole is lost. আমরা বলেছি কি যে angiotensin II acts on afferent arteriole also, and this effect is nullified by the vasodilators like the PG, bradykinin, all others, and there is the decreased PG, there is the decreased vasodilatory effect, and this afferent arteriole now contract and there is the constriction of afferent arteriole due to the unopposed action of the angiotensin II and sympathetic nerve. There is the constriction of the afferent arteriole, there is a decreased GFR. This happens when there is the volume depletion. When there is volume depletion occurs, it's like after surgery. After surgery there is a lot of blood loss, and this causes the volume depletion, and after surgery we gives the painkiller for relieving the surgical pain, and this painkiller may cause this type of action, and there is the shutdown of the renal shutdown may occur. Next point is the protein and glucose. Protein and glucose, there is increased protein and increased glucose, there is the increased absorption at PCT along with sodium. The protein and glucose absorbed at PCT and along with sodium by the SGLT and the sodium amino acid co-transporter, and there is the decreased sodium at the DCT, and this causes the increased GFR by the tubuloglomerular feedback mechanism.